What's up, guys? Vendetta here. Today I'm going to be talking about so many games releasing from this month to next month, and honestly, I don't know what to narrow it down to what I really want. I mean, I've already got plenty pre-ordered, and next month there seems to be a couple of good ones releasing in November, and I'll get to those in a minute. First off, I want to talk about the ones that I have pre-ordered. So far there's 4 that I've pre-ordered, and I still know that there's a lot more coming out, like Battlefield 1, Tomb Raider, and just like next month, even though there's a couple that I like, there's still so many more that would be awesome to try out just for the hell of it. But it seems like the more and more that come out, the less and less you'll be able to get. I mean, games are already getting out of hand expensive, and then on top of that, we got game developers that don't give no leeway or anything like that. So it's definitely going to be a challenging couple of months, but I think it's time to hop right into the first few games that I'll be pre-ordering right about now. First, we're starting off with Duke Nukem 3D World Tour 20th anniversary. Then I'm getting Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 because I'm a DBZ fan. Come on, of course, I've said this too many times. Mafia 3 the Deluxe Edition with the Season Pass. I have to, I loved it. And of course, Skyrim Remastered. I mean, this was such a classic to me back on the old gen with PS3 and 360, and I love all of these games. I'm excited for all of them. I'm just waiting for them to come out now. I mean, I've always been a fan of Duke Nukem just because of his I don't give a shit attitude and his sarcasm with his his ego, just his whole personality is what caught my attention. Also, Dragon Ball, I also enjoyed the first Xenoverse. I think Dragon Ball Xenoverse, even though I am a DBZ fan, the other reason that I'm getting it is because I think it's one of the few games that was actually decent and good besides Budokai Tenkaichi 3, because there's been a lot of Dragon Ball Z games that have let me down in the past, but there's still so many that were great, and so far we haven't got a good one in a long time. So it's good to see Xenoverse because it was a good one. Even though it died out of fun for real quick after a while, it was still fun because the gameplay was classical. It wasn't complicated or stupid. So yeah, Mafia 3. The Mafia 3 game, I had to get that because Mafia 2 is such an iconic game, okay? And honestly, I don't see why people wouldn't want it. If you're into games like GTA or Saints Row, Mafia is just another gang game. But it's not just a game about gangs. It's a game about the mafia, the mobsters, how they lived, how they did business. But instead, Mafia 3 took a turn to where you're actually fighting them instead of working with them. And also what's great is that Vito Scaletta, if you've played 2, then you know who I'm talking about. Mafia 2 is what I'm referring to. Then you'll know who Vito is. But he's going to be one of your lieutenants, and you're going to be able to help with him, and he'll be able to help you in battle. So it's going to be really cool to see his side of the story because there's going to be side quests and stuff. Yeah, you can already tell I'm excited about this. I am, because Vito Scaletta is the character that you played as, the main character in Mafia 2. And from what the developers say, you're going to be able to find out what happened to Joe Barbaro. And Joe Barbaro was his fat Italian friend. Joe is one of my favorite characters in Mafia 2, so it's good to see that we'll find out what happened to him in Mafia 3. Honestly, I think he is dead. I mean, I thought that since the second one, but if there is a twist, I would love to find out what it is. Alright, and yeah, Skyrim Remastered, who doesn't want that on the PS4? I'd love to see what it looks like, and I'd love to replay it, especially with all the free DLC. Oh my goodness, I would not mind going through that adventure again. Let's get to the next games though. These are the ones that I want to try out. Assassin's Creed Ezio Collection. Then I also want to try out Watch Dogs 2. These are all coming out in November, by the way. Then I want to get this. Yes, I want to. I'll explain that in a minute. And Final Fantasy 15. If you guys would like to comment which which ones, I'll put an S there with parentheses. if you guys would like to comment what games you think out of those four would be best, because those are the four that I thought would be the most fun for me to try out for November. If you guys would like to comment, tell me what you guys think. Would Final Fantasy 15 be a better one to watch on the series, and which one you think I'd enjoy the most? Like, let's say you say Ezio the Collection. You could say it was a classic, and it was probably one of the best Assassin's Creeds. You could say that would be a good series, and you'd probably have a lot of fun with it. And I'd just like to see what you guys think. Like, tell me what you guys want in the comments. And yeah, because I could go for any of those really, or all of them. I don't know if I can get all of them though, because I've already pre-ordered 4. That's why I just had those as recommendations. But those are for you guys to vote, and also to comment what you thought about those. Did you enjoy the Assassin's Creed Ezio series? Did you enjoy Skyrim Remastered? Like, I'd love to start a conversation in the comments with you guys and see how you feel as a gamer, what's worth getting, what's not, and tell me what games you would not just like to see on my channel, but which ones you think I wouldn't regret getting, and tell me what you enjoy. Anyway, I want Infinite Warfare because I'm not gonna lie, it looks alright. Now I've butchered it before and said it doesn't look good and all of that, but honestly, the game does look fun because seeing the gameplay trailer, when you use that grapple hook in space and he flew onto that debris, you'd have to go back to watch the trailer to know what I'm talking about. I thought that scene was pretty epic and cool. It reminded me a little bit of Titanfall, but at the same time, it has its own Call of Duty edge. Now I know the futuristic part I'm not satisfied with constantly, but I have always been a fan of Call of Duty, just like Battlefield. I like both, okay, so don't judge me. But I also kind of miss Modern Warfare, and I'd love just to see Captain Price again and hear that voice, that good old voice, and the graphics remastered. I mean, come on, I mean, I'd just like to see the maps all over again in like that new remastered HD smooth design and look. It just feels so good to see an old gen game look all fresh and spontaneous. So yes, I'm getting a little kinky for this game. I'm thinking about trying it out. Besides, I mean, I'm not a bad guy for wanting to try out a game that could really be turning out really good. I mean, we've only seen what they've showed to offer, which is futuristic shit, but we don't know because it could really be decent. I'm not saying it'll be better than Battlefield 1. I'm pretty sure Battlefield 1 will dominate the masses, but what I will say is it has potential to get somewhat of a fan base, a large fan base. It's still Call of Duty at the end of the day, and especially with Modern Warfare backing it up, that will still raise a good amount of buy, okay? So there will still be a lot of buyers out there to get it, okay? Don't think for 1 minute that it's going to ruin them. No, it would have ruined them if they didn't add the Modern Warfare. I think that's what saved it a lot. But deep down, since people are getting Infinite Warfare 2, anybody that's getting that $80 edition, you can't lie to me out there. You know you're going to try Infinite Warfare. You're not going to leave the disc in there. I can tell you're probably going to pop it in there, play the campaign or multiplayer. You're going to try something on there, zombies, and you're going to want to see what it feels like. I already know. Nobody can lie to me and say, no, I'm just getting it for Modern Warfare no more. No, because there's people that are getting into that zombies 80s. There's people that aren't, though. Some people are just saying they want to try the campaign out. And honestly, I'm going to try it all out. If I get it, I'm going to try it all out. I'm going to try the campaign, the zombies, the multiplayer, everything of Infinite Warfare, the whole aspect. Because if you're a gamer and you want to judge a game, you might as well try it all. That's just my point. Comment if you agree. I know people are probably wanting to get their pitchforks though for me talking about this game and say, how dare you get this and not pre-order Battlefield 1, and you had 4 games already pre-ordered. Well, it's because these 4 games I was really excited for, and these are the 4 games I would rather choose over Battlefield 1. Every gamer is different, everyone has different tastes, so if any of you are offended, I apologize, but that's not my problem. All I want is just some good feedback, and tell me how you feel and what you think would be a good game to get next time after, November or in November. And yeah, I mean, just give me some feedback. Let me know. I know I don't always get feedback, but this video, I really hope I do. Anyway, yeah, the Ezio collection. I know a lot of people didn't like the Ezio series, or at least 1 or 2 of them, but I actually enjoyed it a lot. I loved the old classic Assassin's Creed, before you know, some of them either got complicated or stupid. And I mean, there were some good ones still. I'm not saying that all the new ones are stupid. It's just like the Ezio was the ones that really created the popularity to me. Like, to me, in my heart and how I started playing Assassin's Creed, the first one I played was Ezio, Assassin's Creed 2, and then I played the Brotherhood, and then yeah, you can tell where I started off. I started off with those, so I like them, and that's why I thought it was worth recommending getting. And yeah, so the vote's up to you guys. I could play either one of them. It wouldn't make me miss it if I got Infinite Warfare. I mean, it's just that that's one of the votes. That's why I made them recommendations, because that way, even if I didn't get 2 or 3 of them, it wouldn't matter, because I'd still have 1 or 2 that were actually really good. So yeah, don't be you know, ignoring the answer and just say pick what you want, because I'm asking you what you want, because I want all 4. So if I can get 1 or 2 and that's it, that's fine, because I'd still get what I wanted. So now the vote's up to you guys. All right. But yes, I am excited for every single game, all 8 of them. Well, especially the 4 I'm getting and the 4 I might get, you know, because I can't probably get all of them. That's impossible. Naturally, I've just pre-ordered 4 fucking games, and I don't make that much to be able to get all of it. So yeah, that's why 1 or 2 is just fine by me. So anyway, yeah, Final Fantasy 15. I was never a fan of Final Fantasy, but just to explain this one, I really think 15 looks really good and decent. I think the graphics and the story would be really fun. And since it's a little open world, now I've already known for a bit now that they've already admitted, the developers, that the game will get more linear and linear as you go through, but that's just fine, because whether it turns from an open world game like Skyrim to a game like let's say Call of Duty, where it's just like it tells you where to go or something, that's just fine by me, because I would be into it for the story and the open world aspect. I think that it's cool that they give you a taste of both worlds, you know, like one where you can't go everywhere and then the beginning where you can. You know, I feel like that's a cool little feature, because that way when you're getting into the story, they kind of force you to get into the story. Because if you're in an open world game, sometimes you don't get into a story as well as if you was just in a linear open world. I mean, look at Last of Us. That game was really good, and it's because you was told where to go, and the scenery was very decent, and just the whole atmosphere fit where you were supposed to go. It just felt right how they made it. I would not rather have it open world at all. I think it was meant to be linear. Also, the games that I've picked out, I hope that you guys enjoyed the ones that I have pre-ordered. I just want to clear that up now before anything else goes on. And to say, I just really hope you will enjoy Duke Nukem or any other games that I choose to do gameplay on my YouTube channel with. I'm going to do a walkthrough of Mafia 3, obviously, and Skyrim. But other than that, I don't know what I'm going to do with Dragon Ball or Duke Nukem yet. But anyways, Twitter, Instagram links in the description below, guys. Comment, give me some feedback on anything that I just talked about. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. EXO out.